Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and I want to tell you, I'm having a great time here in Toronto, Ontario, talking to the good folks of the career college system across our great nation. They're all here. They're all here in Toronto. That's because the National Association of Career Colleges and the Career Colleges of Ontario decided they'd bring their conversation together right here in Toronto. So the sharing of ideas, it's remarkable, and they're sharing ideas to benefit the students that walk through their doors. And I want to tell you, it's beautiful to watch this thing play out. Glenn, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Sure. My name is Glenn Van Iderstine. I'm the owner and founder of Sundance College in Calgary, Alberta. We've got colleges in or campuses in Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg, and yeah, we do some really good things on behalf of our students. We're very proud of what we're able to do in terms of helping to support students to be successful, not only in their program, but in their lives.
Tell me about Sundance. Tell me about some of the thematic lines that you've gone down. What are the programs that you offer?
Well, we've got business, health, IT, hospitality, legal programs, so a wide variety of fields, and yeah, thousands of happy students at the end of the day, and all engaged to be able to move into different entry-level jobs and career paths where they can hopefully, over a process of time, as they gain further experience, have a lifelong opportunity to be able to develop a career in those new fields.
Glenn, what was your journey into this world? How did this all begin for you?
Well, that's a good. I used to be actually work with the provincial civil service. I was a civil servant and a government worker, but you know, and in my position, I was fortunate enough to be able to work with some universities and polytechnics at the time, and eventually I owned my own business and left the civil service, and then joined actually one of Canada's largest education private career providers in the country, worked with them for 10 years, and then eventually started up Sundance College. We felt that there was a great need to be able to focus on high student satisfaction in their programs, high demand careers, and just really, our mission as an organization, for example, is to support student success. So it doesn't matter if you work at the very front end in the administration, admissions, or student aid area, or if you're an educator or career services, everybody's pulling behind the same, we're all rowing in the same direction to be able to help support our students to be successful.
Yeah, and you know, when I walk through the doors of career colleges, you get this feeling that everybody is there for the same reason. They're all there to ensure the success, as you so rightly point out. It reminds me of that great expression when the United States was in the race to space, and John F. Kennedy walked through the front door in NASA, and there was a guy pushing a broom there, and yeah. President Kennedy asked him what he was doing, and he said, "I'm here to put a man on the moon."
Yeah.
It's the same idea, right? Everybody in your conversation, everybody that works at Sundance, whether it's the front end taking them in, whether it's the experienced instructors you put in front of the students, or whether it's those folks at the back end that help them find jobs.
Absolutely.
They're all there to make sure that that person thrives.
Very much so. I mean, we've got, well over 200 staff members, and everybody's rowing in that same direction. We all exist to help support students. That is our calling and the reason why we exist.
When you come to a conference like this and you've got people from across the nation, deep into the communities across the nation, yeah. And you get that opportunity to share ideas and best practices, how powerful is that?
Really powerful. I learned so much at a conference like this, meeting with fellow college owners, operators, executive, staff members from all callings and from all parts of the country. I think it's really important to be able to share ideas and get our stories out, because I don't believe that we're as good at promoting ourselves as we should. We're not part of the post-secondary education milieu that really we are fully part of, but we don't tell our stories well. And you know, I think we need to do a little bit better job, but in part we're so focused on our students that we don't have time to do a lot of promotional kinds of things. So I'll give us a little bit of a pass, but I think it's real important that people hear the stories of our students in particular. It's our students who are they tell the story of what an impact education has made in their lives, how the colleges have helped them to be able to progress in their lives and to get into new fields of work and to progress. And the benefit for them is not only for themselves, but also for their family and their spouses, being able to be an even better breadwinner within their family, and to be able to help their families to progress as well as themselves.
And you have so many stories to tell.
We do.
We've got so many stories.
About 300,000 or 400,000 graduates every year from private or regulated career colleges across the country. So that's a very powerful force for workforce development across the country.
And it is, and onto that note on workforce development, it's meeting the demands now, putting people in jobs that are needed now.
Very much so.
And being able to adapt to a conversation, whether it be with governments or with industry, to say what's needed in the moment. You guys can do that.
We can. We have the benefit of being nimble and flexible to be able to, if we identify a need, if government identifies a need for workers in a particular sector or field, we are able to ramp up production, so to speak, our educational processes to be able to support students to get into that field and to train them and to get to satisfy the need for workers in that particular area in a time frame far faster than, let's say, public educators. So we don't have the overhead and the morass and all that decision making that goes along with maybe a big public institution. We're very fast, nimble, and focused on our students as well.
When was your last graduation? When did that happen?
We had one about 4 months ago.
Yeah, how was that?
It was great. You know, we live for that moment, seeing the graduates walk across the stage and the smiles, the stories, the tears. You know, we interview students or we talk to students at that time, and you know, we make such a change, and we don't even realize the kind of impact that we have on our students. They themselves would tell you what a difference it's made in their lives. The improvement in their own self-esteem, how they think about themselves, and how they feel so proud of their own accomplishment. It really brings tears to your eyes as well, seeing how they feel about their educational experience and their journey that we've helped them to go through.
That doesn't happen without strong leadership. So thank you very much for your leadership in this sector. We very much appreciate it, and very much appreciate your conversation.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it as well. Thanks for having me.